your wallet and paralyzing your mind. While the West drowns in relentless consumerism, Japan's most discreet elite utilizes a secret ancient technique, a mathematical rule of just 5 colors. By drastically limiting what you wear, you will not only save thousands of dollars every year, you will begin to emanate an aura of high value that no luxury brand can ever buy. In this video, you will discover how the ancient Japanese masters decoded the psychology of elegance. Welcome to Eastern Wisdom. Every single morning, it is the exact same stressful ritual. You open your closet, try on 3 different outfits, tear them apart, run late for work, and leave the house feeling uncomfortable. You spend money on new clothes hoping the next piece will be the miracle that transforms your style. It is not. It is just another cheap dopamine trigger. This happens because of a phenomenon that Western neuroscience calls decision fatigue. Studies from Princeton University and the American Psychological Association prove that the human brain has a limited daily energy quota for making choices. Every single tiny decision, like matching a patterned shirt with trousers, consumes glucose from your prefrontal cortex. When you waste your mental energy choosing complex outfits at 7 in the morning, you start your day with an exhausted brain. You sabotage your productivity, your negotiation skills, and your self-confidence. The Japanese understood this over 1,000 years ago. While the West tries to solve dissatisfaction by adding more things, Japan solves it by eliminating what is unnecessary. They created an aesthetic where emptiness is worth more than fullness. To understand how to become rich by spending less, we must travel back in time and uncover the first concept of our journey. For the ancient samurai and aesthetes of the Edo period, loud, flashy beauty was considered vulgar. Anyone who needed to wear excessively vibrant colors or massive jewelry just to be noticed was, in reality, projecting weakness and insecurity. From this mindset, the Japanese term was born, Shibui. Shibui refers to an aesthetic of simple, subtle, and unobtrusive beauty. It is the kind of elegance that does not need to scream to capture attention. It attracts through balance, mystery, and intrinsic quality. A Shibui person walks into a room and everyone looks at them, not because they are wearing a neon red suit, but because their presence is as solid as a mountain. How do you apply Shibui? Today, by eliminating all clothing with childish prints, giant corporate logos slapped across the chest, and colors that assault the eyes of others. By adopting Shibui, you clear the visual noise. You stop being a walking billboard for billion-dollar brands and instead become your own brand. Cognitive psychology explains why Shibui works through the cognitive load effect. The human brain craves patterns and detests visual chaos. When someone looks at a person dressed in clothing overloaded with information, the observer's brain has to work harder to process that image, creating a subtle, unconscious discomfort. On the other hand, when you use the minimalism of Shibui, the cognitive load is low. You transmit peace, order, and control. Unconsciously, people associate this visual order with financial stability and personal success. This is precisely why the truly wealthy never look like they are trying too hard to dress. But how do you apply this mathematically and practically without making mistakes? The answer lies deep within Japanese Zen, in a concept called Goshiki, the theory of the 5 colors. Historically, Goshiki was applied to traditional cuisine, architecture, and garments to ensure a perfect balance of universal energies. The Japanese discovered that the exact combination of 5 specific shades creates a universal harmony that instinctively pleases the human eye. When we adapt Goshiki to the modern wardrobe of a high-value individual, we create the matrix of the 5 universal colors. The 5 colors that make anyone instantly elegant and allow every single piece in the closet to match effortlessly are black, the color of authority, mystery, and absolute sophistication. White, or off-white, the color of purity, cleanliness, and high status. Navy blue, the color of trust, professionalism, and stability. Gray, the color of intelligent neutrality and balance. Earth tones, beige, olive, or brown, the color of connection, maturity, and grounded solidness. Think about the power behind this. If you restrict your wardrobe strictly to variations of these 5 colors, making a mistake becomes statistically impossible. You can wake up in the pitch dark, grab a random pair of trousers and a shirt, and you will look like you were styled by a designer from Milan. You have just Eliminate decision fatigue from your life. In Western psychology, this is validated by the concept of the availability heuristic and Gestalt's law of simplicity. The human brain evolved to conserve energy. Chromatic patterns that follow neutral and natural bases drastically reduce immediate aesthetic rejection. Furthermore, studies on color psychology show that shades like navy blue and charcoal gray activate neurological triggers in an observer associated with honesty, leadership, and competence. You do not need to say you are successful. The colors of your Goshiki have already communicated that to the viewer's visual cortex in less than 3 seconds. When you adopt the 5-color rule, something magical happens to your finances. The Japanese have a sacred word to describe the philosophy behind this shift: Mottainai. Mottainai is an expression that conveys a sense of deep regret in the face of waste. It is an almost spiritual respect for the resources, time, and human effort poured into an object. In classical Japan, if a garment tore, it was not thrown away. It was mended with artistry, making it even more valuable. In the West, people buy cheap, fast fashion clothes compulsively. They spend small amounts constantly. By the end of the year, they have thrown thousands of dollars at low-quality pieces that fade on the very first wash, lose their shape, and end up forgotten at the bottom of a drawer. This is the exact opposite of Mottainai. It is the waste of your vital life energy, converted into disposable scraps of cloth. When you downsize your closet to the 5 colors of Goshiki, you shift your mindset from consumption to investment. Instead of buying 10 cheap shirts in different colors that will last you 6 months, you buy just 3 white and black premium cotton or high-quality linen shirts. They will last you 5 years. The fit will be flawless. They will not warp. You spend less in the long run, yet you walk out every single day dressed like a member of the aristocracy. You save thousands of dollars that can now be directed toward what truly matters: your investments, your freedom, and your peace of mind. Behavioral economics and financial psychology explain this transformation through the management of hyperbolic discounting. This is the cognitive bias that causes humans to prefer small, immediate rewards, the pleasure of buying a cheap shirt today, over massive future rewards, having a robust bank account and true financial security. The practice of Mottainai rewires your brain's reward circuits, mitigating compulsion and generating well-being through preservation rather than acquisition. Limiting your wardrobe is not about scarcity. It is about power. When you free yourself from the need to impress others through endless variety and loud colors, you finally take absolute control of your own image. You unlock the time you used to waste wondering what to wear. You protect the money you sweated to earn. You adopt the posture of a warrior who knows exactly who they are without needing external validation. Strip away the excess. Embrace Shibui. Apply Goshiki. Live Mottainai. The greatest minds in human history had no time to waste on superficial aesthetics. They created uniforms of simplicity so their minds could focus entirely on building empires, creating masterpieces, and achieving enlightenment. Your challenge begins tomorrow morning. Open your closet. Separate everything that falls outside the 5 essential colors and clear the noise out of your life. Let your visual silence be your loudest sound. Thank you for joining us on this journey through Eastern wisdom. If this teaching resonated with your life, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share this knowledge with someone who needs